Oh, Mr. M, hi. Hey, what you doing, bud? Good kitty. Hello, vintage neighbors. Welcome to the Vintage Girl Next Door. My name is Laci, and today's video, I'm going to take you on a little thrifting adventure with me. We're gonna hit 3 of my favorite thrift stores. We're gonna see if we can find some treasure, and I'm going to maybe give you a little tips and kind of like what I look for in my thrifting routine along the way. So hopefully luck is on our side and we will find some good vintage treasures today. Also, just so you know, I did get a little skin treatment done. That's why my face looks a little red, but it will be better in a couple of days. Just a disclaimer, that's what's going on here. So let's hit the road and see what treasures we can find at the thrift store. We are at the first thrift store. We're gonna head in, see if we can find some treasure. So I actually have a video already. I will link it for you on my top thrifting tips, but I will go through some of them as they come up on this thrifting trip. So headed in, always gotta check the kind of collectibles cases, and this thrift store always has really pretty china. They usually get it appraised, so sometimes it is a little bit out of my budget, but it's still always fun to look. It's always nice when you can find a full set of dishes at the thrift store and not have to piece something together. And this store usually has some cute brooches and good selection of jewelry. You have to kind of take the time to look through it sometimes, but it can always be worth it. I can honestly say I've never seen a brooch like this one in my life. I think it was a kitty. I am unsure. And this sparkly kitty's coming home with me. And this dragonfly one was pretty, but I really have a massive brooch collection at this point, and so I just try to find ones that are super unique and that I don't already have something kind of similar or similar colors to. And this ceramic lion is a 50s piece. It's an artist, I think from Brazil, that is kind of collectible, but it doesn't really fit with my collection, so I let him stay for someone else to find. And this is the other collectibles case. They had some really pretty pearls. In fact, my mom ended up getting those pearls. And I spotted some vintage gloves. Gotta check those out and see if they fit my hands. I really appreciate this thrift store and their approach with safety right now with the pandemic. They are mandating masks, which is great, and then also they were checking temperatures for a while before you went in, but they have hand sanitizer. They only let a certain amount of people in the store, so I definitely feel like they're taking some great precautions here, and I totally feel safe coming. And check out these shoes. Oh my. Purple peep toe vintage heels. Yes, please. In this specific store, I don't typically find clothing, but when I do, it is usually very well priced. Spotted this cool electric wok. It had like the manual and the cord and everything in, but it was from the 70s, a little newer than what I tend to gravitate towards, so I left that one behind too. This was a vintage pressure cooker. That just seems a little scary to me, so that stayed behind as well. I was a little intrigued by that vase. It was kind of pretty, kind of like a ombre style. Hashtag things I didn't buy. This china set was really pretty. It was a Noritake, made in Japan. So pretty, but alas, it was out of my budget. It was almost a full set, and they had it appraised for $750. They had it on sale for $250, but yeah, out of my budget, even though it was quite pretty. That one caught my eye. I thought it could be part of a Pyrex set, but no, it was too new. And check out these dishes. Do I spy a sunburst? Because that's what it looks like to me. You definitely want to take your time looking through dishes and ceramics. If there's a maker's mark on them, you can always take a second and Google it and see if anything interesting comes up. And always got to take a little break to look at all the sewing notions. This thrift store usually has some pretty good deals on buttons, and sometimes you can score some zippers. Don't mind me just going to town with the sewing notions. It's fine. I was thinking about this felt because I really want to make a cute circle skirt with like the felt appliques on, but I don't know. I didn't know what colors I needed, so I just decided to leave it. This was a cool jewelry box. I'm pretty sure it's 60s, probably early 60s. Really liked the look of it. It's awesome. Has the red velvet inside, spot for all kinds of jewelry, but the problem is that on that right side, all the hooks were broken off except like 2. So ultimately I ended up leaving it, but I thought about it. I thought about that one for a minute. That one was a decision for me. Look at this cool sewing machine. It was a Mitsubishi? I didn't know that that was a brand for sewing machines, but apparently it is. I love that it was turquoise, and it was cool. It had the stool inside and a built-in pedal and everything, but ultimately left that one as well. And they had the set of Fire King dishes, and I thought about these ones too, but they was kind of in rough shape. There was a lot of fading. Looks like they had been through the dishwasher a lot of times, so I ended up leaving them behind. I do not have an organ or an accordion, but those were some cool vintage sheet music. Always gotta take a stop at the cookbooks. You know, I love to collect vintage cookbooks, and I may have found a couple of winners this time. Now we are headed on to thrift store number 2. First thrift store was a success. We are now on to thrift store number 2. The first one we went to was closed. I don't know why, so unfortunately we're only going to hit 2 today. but I'm excited. It's already been a lucky day. So let's go in and see what else we find. This is the thrift store I hit most often because it is open every single day except Sundays. The other thrift store is only open Thursday through Saturday, which makes it a little harder to get to, but this one is open daily aside from Sundays, so I like to come here at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. You just never know. That's one of my tips as well. The more often you go, obviously the more often you will find things. They put new things out every single day. And so if you want the best chance to score those awesome treasures, it's good to go as often as you possibly can. Always check collectibles case first, and they had some really pretty, it was kind of like a cherry blossom print, or like a creamer and a sugar bowl, I think. I don't know. They had a cool vintage cash register. Didn't really have a use for it, but it was cool. This was a vintage Melmac, but they only had a few of the little salad plates, so I didn't love it enough to try to piece that set together. And this one was a really cool snack tray. That I've never seen this pattern on them. It was more like china, but where it didn't have the cup, I didn't get it. Possum Cat Mom. If there was ever a mug made for me, I think that I just found it. Always important to take your time when thrifting and make sure you look at everything, because as you can see, the shelves are just kind of full of things, and sometimes they don't always put things on the right shelf or like in the right section of the store. So you just never know. You've got to be super thorough when you're looking through. You may find treasure behind that you wouldn't necessarily put together. Looks like some chalkware. Looks a little mid-century. I think. Yes. Another thing I like to look for at the thrift store are cards. Like, I've found several packages of brand new in the package thank you cards with envelopes, things like that. It's always nice to find for only like $1. Oh my. Just look. Feast your eyes. And what have we here? More zippers. Metal zippers. Talon zippers. Quality. And maybe some more sewing notions. I always take a little look through the records, and this one, I'm kicking myself because I left it behind. I don't know why I didn't get it. Nichols and May, 1950s comedy duo. They were known for improv. They were kind of pioneers in that, right? And I might go back. I might go back and get that record. I don't know what I was thinking, but I left it. And what have we here but another cool vintage sewing machine? I really liked the look of this one, and honestly, if it would have been pink or turquoise, I probably would have bought it. It was $25, and I love the look of it. It almost looks like a vintage record player just on the surface. I loved it, but the machine itself was just like an ivory color. It was a little bit unremarkable to me, so I decided I'm going to hold out for the perfect either turquoise or pink sewing machine. Thinking about these amber glass little bowls, but ultimately decided no. Also, they had a vintage Kirby vacuum that I thought was pretty cool, but I already have one and it was not superior to the one I already have, so I decided to leave that one behind. This is not vintage, however, it looked brand new. Kitty scratcher, had to get it. This I thought was super cool, and I didn't really know what it was. I just knew it looked cool and kind of atomic, but turns out it was like a little shoe polisher buffer thing. And there was also a very cool turquoise ice cream machine, electric ice cream maker. And that one is 1950s, probably late 50s, early 60s. Very cool. I almost got it, but I already have one, you guys, and it's pink, so I left it. Top tip with clothing is to make sure that you look at every single size on the rack. Vintage sizes are different than modern sizes. It usually is a bigger number, and so sometimes they get placed in the wrong spot, so you want to check all sizes on the rack, no matter what size you are. Just go through all of them, and I have found many vintage dresses that are my size in a different section, which normally wouldn't be my size. And we're back. It's been a pretty good day at the thrift stores. Unfortunately, only 2 out of the 3 were open for some reason. I don't know why the one was closed, but we did hit 2 thrift stores. And a thank you to my mom for coming with me and filming and helping me film in the thrift stores. She's the best. So I'm going to go through the items that we found. First up, we found some vintage cookbooks, and I am super excited. I love these Better Homes and Gardens collection. They are very cool. So this one is Meals and Minutes. The date on it is 1963. Looks like a lot of fun recipes in here. Maybe I can find a few to test out for you guys. And this book was $1.50. Next up, Dinner in a Dish. Betty Crocker cookbook. Says, for elegant parties, substantial dinners, hurry up suppers, here are more than 250 delicious one-dish meals. I like the sound of that. It has the original price tag on it, $1.95. I paid 50 cents for this one. There she is, Betty Crocker herself. This one is copyright 1965, so should be a fun one to look through. I love how it's bound with the spiral so you can open it and have it lay flat open. That's very wonderful. Yeah, this should be a fun one. I'm excited to look through it all the way and test out some of these vintage recipes for you. Next up, it was a day for sewing notions. I got a whole bunch of great sewing notions. So we have a bunch of seam binding, bias tape. You guys, I have a problem with the bias tape. I have so much of it, but every time I see it, especially when it's new old stock like this, I just can't. I always end up getting it, but these were only 25 cents each. I mean, how could you pass it up? Also found a collar with button closure. This one was 75 cents. It looks pretty. Let's pull it out and take a look. Oh, it is very pretty. Look, love it. Really, really pretty kind of lace, kind of like doily looking a little bit. Very cute. That will look pretty with a sweater of some sort. Also, can't go wrong with good old metal zippers. This is a pink one. I was very excited to find this one. Pink metal zipper. It says skirt or neck metal zipper. And then this one is probably for some jeans. Yep, brass jean zipper. These were 50 cents each. Also came home with some buttons. I usually always try to find buttons when I'm thrifting. So these are really pretty green buttons, 6 of them for 75 cents. This one is $1.50. It's 19 buttons, but they're very cool. They almost have like an Art Deco vibe to me for some reason. Quite enjoy them. And then just some good old white ones, but they have a cool design on the front. And those were 75 cents, $1.50, 75 cents. Next up, vintage shoes, you guys. I feel like I hardly ever find vintage shoes, and especially in my size, and here they are, and they are glorious. I'm pretty sure they're 1950s, just the style and the way that they're made and the label in there, but they are leather, made in Italy. Very pretty purple with the little scallop kind of cutouts there, peep toe, little heel. I love them so much. and these were $3.25. Next up, found some jewelry. These cute earrings, they were $3. They're kind of like white beads with some little rhinestones in there. Screw back, which I like. I feel like those are much more comfortable than the clip-ons to me, just because you can kind of adjust the tightness that's happening there. Pretty kind of pink iridescent beads, $4 for these ones. Quite enjoy. And then this pretty amber colored kitty brooch. She was $4. Very cute. You know, I can't pass up a kitty brooch. Then from the collectibles case, I got these gloves. I don't have any like this length of white gloves, and these have really pretty embroidery on them. These were $5, and I thought they were super pretty. They're in really nice shape. Excited to find those. And then I also got these black leather gloves. They were $4. They fit really nicely. I almost didn't get them, but then I thought I'll try it on and see if it fits, and if it does, then I'll get it. And they fit my hand really, really nicely, and they're super soft leather, stamped inside, made in Italy. Yeah, these are very soft. Oof. I didn't have a pair like either one of these, so had to bring them home. Lastly, from the first thrift store, these awesome atomic starburst plates. They are marked, and I was able to find them online. They are 1950s. They're not super like expensive collectible, but the website that I found them on, they were about $7 a plate. I paid $2 a plate, so not bad. Plus I love this design, so pretty. And the brand is Knowles, Oven Proof USA Knowles, designed by Kala, Kilncraft, color fast, print is Sunburst. I will definitely be using these. There was 4 of the dinner plates and then one kind of like a platter. The platter is just a little bit bigger than the dinner plate, and then it has a higher edge on it. I have to keep my eye out for some of the salad plates. There's salad plates, there's also like little cups that go with this, so I will keep my eye out and see. Hopefully I can find more of the set, but if not, I still enjoy using vintage dishes just to eat day-to-day meals on. They will go into rotation in my cupboard. That was it for thrift store number 1. Not bad, if I do say so myself. I spent $42 there, so not bad. From the second thrift store, I found some mid-century chalkware. Very cool, kind of a man and a woman head. They are not perfect. This one was broken and glued, and then this one does have a chip out of it right here. I believe, from what I've been able to find, these are mid-century, late 50s, 60s, and it was one of those kits that you take home and kind of paint them. So they came white, and then you decorate them or paint them at home as you choose, because the ones that I found online are the same exact design, but they are not painted the same at all. They're like really colorfully painted, and these ones are kind of just stained gold with the gold glitter, which I don't mind it at all. I think they're very cute. I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. We shall see. To be determined. These were $1.50. As I said, it was a day of sewing notions. I found a whole bunch more awesome metal zippers at this second thrift store. So first of all, there was some seam tape, 50 cents. It's really pretty, kind of ivory lace. I feel like that will go with a lot of things. Very good for hemming, circle skirts, things like that. Then I was quite excited about all of these zippers. The Talon brand zipper, very popular. All colors, there's a white one that's gonna be super useful. Red, brown, black, another brown, and a beige. And these were 50 cents. One of them was $1. I don't know why that one was more, but whatever. Super excited to find all of these. I didn't find any clothes for me this time. That's okay. You never know. That's why you gotta go often. It's hit and miss. You just never know when you're gonna find a gem. But I did find a men's shirt. Found this nice blue, kind of like a cabana shirt. I have one other one that's this exact same brand, and this one looks like it's new old stock. It does not look like it's been worn at all. It's like super crisp and brand new feeling. I love this embroidery going down to the pockets. Very nice, wonderful color. Yeah, this shirt was $6. So all in all, it was a great day at the thrift stores. I ended up spending a little over $50, between $50 and $60. I feel like I came home with a lot of treasures. Standouts for me, I think, are the dishes. I love those plates with the sunburst design. They are super atomic and cute. And also the shoes. Super excited to wear those. So I hope that you enjoyed this little thrift with me video. It was fun taking you along with me to the thrift store, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what was your favorite item that I found, and have you found any treasures lately at the thrift store? I would love to hear about them. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. We would love to have you as a part of our vintage neighborhood here on the internet for more of our vintage fun. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you are feeling safe and loved, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!